I'm ready now.
Coming to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan.
Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
And what can we expect?
Surprises!
Engineered by Jay Timko and produced by Eric Beatty. And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Detroit Cast. On a Tuesday, I'm Mike, that's Jay, Big E, straight ahead. Timko is here. K-Dog in the house. Izzy's here. Smelling salts are here.
Second time around.
Second time around. Around the horn they go. Dare I say a big show today on a Tuesday. We got one more show left before Christmas break.
And then two awesome best-ofs. Ready?
Are you prepared today, E?
You were supposed to bring us notes, dude.
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Are you nervous about it? Oh, boy.
Yeah,
I'm not, personally.
You are. You're hesitant.
No.
You're nervous.
Don't forget to leave us the notes before you go. Honestly.
I'm gonna, because I'm not gonna freaking come in here tomorrow. And
That's right. So
I'm
we'll
done
go.
for tomorrow, hopefully.
How about on the show we go over E's notes at some point, and so the audience gets a heads up, and we won't go over all of it. We'll keep some of it a surprise, I suppose, but we can just kind of go over some of the mistakes or obvious problems.
Glaring errors.
Yeah, glaring errors. I like that. We'll go over the glaring errors and make our notes and fixes. How about that?
Sure.
As I said, a big show today. Dare I say, we got a couple teachers up to no good. The LGBT community, always hilarious. Looking for equality. I love it. A man and a fish. A man and a horse. Cosby.
A fish, dude.
What would you rather, horse or fish?
No, I'm not.
E, horse or a fish?
Obviously, a horse, I guess.
Okay.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Come on.
Right. We'll get into that story. Also, we got a cop.
Obviously.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. If you had to.
I would obviously go with the fish, but whatever.
Why? How?
Well, we'll
That's
show you.
good.
We'll show you. We have video.
Okay.
We have video. We got New York City cops. We got a Texas cop in trouble. North Korea's internet. Why don't we start with the Lions and Dominic Raiola, though?
You got the one game.
We said it. We knew he probably would. He is appealing it. So that will get shot down amazingly fast.
Mm-hmm.
He will, which is perfect. The guy's played 14 years in this league, has sucked. I mean, he hasn't sucked, but the teams he's been on have sucked big time. Of all times, to lose your starting center, you really want to go into Lambeau Field with a rookie center who's more of a tackle?
Is that who it is? They've got a
Yes.
rookie? Oh, boy.
4-year starter at Arkansas, who's going to be snapping the ball in the shotgun to Stafford. So what do you predict? 2-3 fumbles at some point, or bad snaps, or errant fucking shot over his head, or premature? I mean, that is
Let
such a
alone the
timing
blocking.
thing. Just let alone the blocking schemes. So of all times to lose your center, a captain on your team, isn't Dominic a captain? I thought he was. Maybe he's not. Anyway, the NFL announced that it suspended Raiola 1 game without pay for stomping on Ego Ferguson's ankle. He's appealing it, like I said. So tomorrow, well, later today, Tuesday, we should know whether that appeal goes through or not,
Mm-hmm.
but likely he'll be out for the Green Bay game. He's had 6 player safety violations since 2010, which is why
Absolutely.
they're not going to do shit about this. He, of course, says he didn't do it on purpose. Caldwell believes Raiola. Really, Coach? Really?
But he has seen the play, and he does kind of know why they're looking at it. Yeah.
Does he? Good for him. Obviously, I took a good look at the play, looked at both the coach's copy and also the television copy. Did you need to see more than the TV copy that we all saw? Did you need to see the coach's copy to see what happened there? And I believe what Dom told me, that it was inadvertent, but I can also see why it obviously is being reviewed by the league and everybody's taking a real good look at it. He was fined $10,000 earlier this year, remember, for the club on the Patriot. Brandon Marshall spoke out, by the way. He didn't play in the game against the Lions on Sunday, but he's spoken out and said that He thinks he's a dirty player. He shouldn't be allowed in the NFL. He should be banned from the NFL.
Damn.
Could you imagine if they banned everybody that did something stupid like this? Although you don't see this type of behavior very often anymore. You just don't see players do stuff
Yeah,
like
you
that.
always hear about it goes on in those pile ups. Everybody's gouging eyes or whatever. but
Yeah, breaking fingers.
You're right. You don't see just with as you said yesterday, all the camera angles, man. How do you think you're going to get away with that?
Yeah,
Must just be complete like frustration and loss of control.
yeah, totally. Which unfortunately is not an isolated incident with a few of these guys.
Wasn't he the one who flipped off the fans?
Yep. The Miami fans and the home
Detroit
fans. Yeah. The Lions will start rookie third-round pick Travis Swanson at center. So, good luck there.
Get your Swanson jersey.
They're lucky it's not 2 games.
They are
Really?
lucky. Yep. The Lions could end up in the number 1 seed all the way
Or
to
the
the 6th seed.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? This game is so huge on Sunday. Who would have thought? And E believes they're going to win.
That's not what I said.
You are such a homer.
That is not.
You are such
that
a
is
homer.
Not what I said.
I think you did.
That
I
is
think
not what
both
I
Mike
said.
and I were like, yeah, of
No.
course they have a chance, but you're like, I think they're going to.
No. That is not what I said. I said
it is.
I think they
Pretty
could.
sure.
I think they could win this game. I do think they could win. I think they
Well,
could beat Green
all
Bay.
of us said we think they could.
I did
But
not-
You
but
said
I-
I think they're going to.
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh,
No
changing
way.
your story. All
No,
right.
I'm not
saying
trying to be a
shit.
dick
You're
here.
changing the story.
No, I don't think we are. Honest to God.
I would never have said I think we're
K-Dog?
going to win. He didn't fucking.
Did you listen closely to yesterday's show? Are you listening now? No, not really.
No, he doesn't listen ever.
No.
Can't be
no,
bothered with us.
I did not say that. No way.
Okay.
I said I think there's no reason
Neither
they
here
could
nor
win.
there.
I think they could win.
Apparently not. I guess we'll have to disagree to agree.
Or we could rewind the tape from yesterday and find out.
And
I don't
yet find yourself being
know. Maybe.
Totally right.
Dude, I remember you saying that you think they're going to win because I remember thinking, well, I think they have a chance. Mike said the same thing.
There's no chance.
But you went beyond.
No way.
Wait,
There's no chance they're going to win?
There's no way I said that.
Oh.
I did not
sure
say
you
that.
did, but
No.
whatever. Okay, all right. We'll disagree to agree.
God
That's fine.
Damn.
Let it go, E.
Drink your monocle. Just go.
I got it. It's over here.
Here's the problem I see with the Lions. I don't see them being able to win in Lambeau. I don't see them being able to win in Seattle.
Go ahead.
I don't see them if they were to make a Super Bowl, for some miracle reason. I don't see them being able to beat a Denver. I don't see them being able to beat a New England. It seems like every time this team has been tested outside the division, now they beat Green Bay at home. Great. Whatever. I don't think they can beat Green Bay in Lambeau, and they just don't. Nothing about this team looks to me like you better look out. You don't want to be playing the Lions right now. Like there are teams that get on a roll, and I really, really hope that the Lions could get on a roll because their defense has kept them in this season.
Mm-hmm.
But that offense just looks dismal, abysmal. It doesn't look like it's capable of. I mean, they have turnovers at inopportune times. They have absolutely no running game. People are acting like Joyke Bell is the savior. He gets 60 yards a game.
Yeah.
The fuck? 60 yards rushing a game and people are beating off to it?
Yeah.
Seriously? I mean, that's just not that impressive. Look at real teams running games. They put up 150 yards easy.
No, I agree, man. You look at the team, and I do so from afar. I'm not a fan at this point, but I look at it and I go, it's not a scary team,
No.
Okay, yeah, maybe they can win a game, but
Yeah, and
good for them.
and
Better
that's
than they've done in how many years?
yeah. I mean, they're a 10-win team, and they'll probably remain
11-win team.
11-win team, right? Which is impressive. I don't care who you're playing. That's impressive.
Uh-huh.
But when they were tested, they got smoked by Carolina. They got absolutely embarrassed by New England, ass handed to them by New England.
I'll tell you, though, dude, I would rather have a team, though, that wins the games they're supposed to win,
Yeah, but they don't win
Because for
impressive
so many
at any
years,
level.
right, E? For so many years you watched them and you're just like, they'd rise up every now and beat somebody good, and then they'd hit a team where they're supposed to win like 2 in a row and they'd lose them both. Or
Right.
win
True.
one, lose one. It's just at least they won the games they're supposed to. They're a pretty good team. I wouldn't expect great things out of them this year.
It's
they're pretty good.
It's weird how this team, like most teams, like the 49ers, for instance, because I watch a lot of Niner games. I watch a lot of all the Lions games, obviously. The 49ers have this deal where they start the first half, they'll put up 21, 28 points, they'll be up big, and then they'll shit the bed in the second half, and piss away a monumental, like a gift win. They'll give up 21 fourth quarter points out of nowhere. You're just like, how does that happen? The Lions are the exact opposite.
Yeah.
It's like they're making. Who's calling the start of the games for the Lions? That's what I don't know,
Very
because
conservative.
they get, like, all of a sudden it's 14-0 Bears, it's 21-0 Atlanta, and you're just going, what the? And then they make some adjustments, and you go, this team's not going to give up more than a field goal in the second half. Can the offense rise to the occasion? And usually they get a turnover at an opportune time, and all of a sudden they find themselves in this game, and they've pulled those games off, which is great.
And give them credit, but the reality is they could have easily dropped 3 of those.
Oh,
you know,
for sure.
Yeah.
They should have lost the Atlanta game. They should have lost. Was it New Orleans that they had to come back?
Yes.
They should have lost that game for sure.
The Minnesota game they could have easily lost.
Mm-hmm.
That E was at.
Totally.
Yeah, and then I'm thinking of another
They
one.
could have lost the Bears game.
So, to me,
I know, you
that's
sit there and you go, you could have.
But they could have won. They should have
They
won
could
the
have won the
Bills
Buffalo
game.
game, yeah.
They could have won the Arizona game.
Mm-mm.
Not
Yes,
really.
they could
No.
have. Yes, they could have.
They got manhandled by Arizona.
Wow.
Their defense kept them in that game, but Arizona was fucking running over them. They were not competitive in that game.
I think they could have won it though.
Well,
No, this is a year, and again, give them credit where they've won those games, man. You know,
Totally.
you've seen it too many times, year after year, where they don't. So it's great. You know, they won close games. They beat
Yeah.
teams they're supposed
I don't
to.
think they're going to go to the Super Bowl. I think they'll win. I think they could win a playoff game.
this game is huge, though, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like, this game, if they were to win this game and get a bye and a home game, you're one game from the championship game, which could end up being in Detroit.
Right.
And then anything could happen.
No, you're
Yeah.
right.
Anything could happen if you get on a roll in a playoff. So this game here is the difference between being a bye week and a home game, staring right down the barrel of a championship game.
Yeah, this game gives you a chance.
This game gives you a chance.
No, you're right.
Without this, you're a 6 seed. You're playing wild card weekend. You're on the road. Like, fuck.
You're not going to make it through that. Yeah.
No, you're not going to make it. You're probably not going to make it through that. Anything can happen once you get in the tournament, but you're probably, odds go way against you.
probably
So,
the biggest Lions game since
since 91.
91. Probably. In fact, it has to be.
Yeah,
And you're talking the NFC Championship game, right? Between
when they got absolutely murdered by
Washington.
Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they had beaten Dallas, right?
Mhm. Yep.
With Eric Kramer at the helm.
He had a Pro Bowl year that year.
Mm-hmm.
So.
It was the Rodney Peete, Eric Kramer, Andre.
Oh yeah,
the three-headed
the
monster.
Texas kid.
Damn it! Houston.
Yeah, Houston, right?
Everybody's screaming right now.
What's
Andre
the number
Ware.
one? Andre Ware.
God damn it! Yeah.
Andre Ware.
And remember,
Oh.
Clay Sr. called Andre Ware on accident and told him, "Congratulations, you're starting." And they're like, "No." He left him a message.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
No.
I don't remember
Called
that.
the wrong quarterback.
What?
Yeah.
Who was he supposed to call? Eric? Or?
Yeah, I think he was supposed to call Kramer.
Wow.
Congratulations, you're starting. Ooh,
Oh
sorry.
man.
Such a mess, man. Andre
Yeah.
Ware.
Oh,
Isn't he a commentator now? I feel like I saw him on ESPN recently.
he
Not recently, maybe a couple of years ago.
might be doing college.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Good college player. Classic good college player, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And just
Yeah.
never did anything in the
Run and
NFL.
shoot guy.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yep. Hey, North Korea, their internet is down. Isn't this hilarious? Ooh, must be having a shit fit.
Is this just kind of like, poking him a little bit? Like, hey, Yoon, guess what?
I don't know. You've got their internet is experiencing a major disruption and could be the target of an attack. They don't know for sure. After 24 hours of increasing instability, their internet has been down hard for a few hours now, completely. Usually there are isolated blips, not continuous connectivity problems. I wouldn't be surprised if they are absorbing some sort of attack personally. It looks like all the routes to get to North Korea just disappeared.
What did I see the quote? It's like they're off the internet map or something.
Yeah, it's as if North Korea got erased from the global map of the internet. It's well within the realm of possibility that it could be a single individual, could be behind the interruption, but said he can't conclude at this point an attack is actually taking place. And they say it's highly unlikely that it's the United States. More likely, what they say is a 15-year-old in a Guy Fawkes mask. But is it possible that one individual is capable of taking down a nation's internet? That's scary. Is that possible? It is?
Yeah.
So what's to prevent some 15-year-old fuckface in a Guy Fawkes mask from taking down the internet here?
Me.
Timco, everyone.
We got Timco's on the front line everywhere. Like, do you realize how devastating it would be if we lost just the internet?
Dude.
I'd be pissed, dude. I would
He would be pissed.
He would be pissed. Wow, that says it all.
I would be pissed, dude. Not to mention the economic impact, the global impact.
The billions of dollars daily that would be hammered on the.
He would be pissed.
He would be. What am I gonna jack off to? I have to go buy a magazine or
Seriously,
something.
dude.
My God,
Can
dude.
you imagine if you had to buy a magazine?
Not just that, but a whole day with no. Oh
What if
my
it went
God.
down for weeks? What if some kid in a Guy Fawkes mask really hammered it?
I don't even.
Dude, I remember what it was
life.
like to do a radio show without the internet.
I know that's a. My God.
It's incredible to think back, like how we got people's
I
numbers.
don't know how you did it.
We would have like listeners in other states mail us stories like, yeah, I live in this small town in Wisconsin, and my mom sent me this story. I thought you guys would find it interesting, and it'll be highlighted for you.
Yeah.
And they'd send it, and
Wow.
then like it was crazy.
I used to
You just-
always.
Like you didn't have access to.
But you
the
probably
World
got
Wide
some
Web.
crazy stories no one else had, right? Now,
Well, you had
now
to
everybody
dig.
could jump on Huffington Post and
Totally.
grab
It's-
the guy,
Yeah. It's
shitting on
level the
himself and
field.
eating it. Yeah.
It's totally leveled the field because you're right. It used to be. I mean, believe it or not, there was a time when Mark and I worked our asses off
To find those stories.
to find everything. Yeah, I mean, you literally were returning people's phone calls that had leads on stuff. Like you were your own investigative reporter. Where now every half-assed piece of shit, dog shit radio show you hear, which is 99% of the radio shows all over the country, they just have some dickhead intern going "Ugh," on the internet and Googling all the coolest stories of the world, and then it makes it look like everybody's prepped.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't used to be that way. It used to be just like everybody talked about the same 4 stories, and then the top shows really fucking dug and worked, and their listeners played ball and sent them stuff, and I mean, you'd turn in a great show with that. But it's changed the game completely. You can have the Erics of the world just finding shit like crazy.
Yeah,
Sorta.
dude.
Yeah.
So, well, sort of, yeah.
No, that's nuts. I used to think about that. Once I started getting interested in doing this, I really started to realize, like, oh my God, before you guys had the internet, getting the numbers that you were and
The
stuff.
fax machine was probably going
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
I would say that.
Yep.
Facts.
Fax machine, totally. Yeah, faxes would come in during the show.
Because then you're right, it wasn't email. Fucking the concept of even emailing
No.
the show obviously
No.
wasn't there, so it'd have to be via phone call or fax.
And then we had at one point, the first time we had one computer in our office. Now Drew, Mike, Mark, and I shared an office, and it was half the size of this room that we're in right now, and it was filled with shit. And we had one shitty computer, and all it did was email. So, and back then, people didn't even send you really emails. There were a couple like high-tech geeks that would send you emails. For the most part, people fax stuff. If they wanted to say something, they'd just fax you.
Mhm.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's funny, man.
Yeah, it was nuts.
So you weren't getting the Johnston porn emails every day?
No,
No.
no, never.
How'd
Thanks
you
for those,
survive,
Paul.
man?
I know. It's crazy to think about. Like I remember, like we'd do those Harris polls,
Yeah.
and I would call information, and you'd get an operator, and I go, yeah, I'm looking for Harris's in Santa Clara, California, or Compton, California. You usually call ghettos and shit.
Mhm.
You'd be like, yeah, in Compton, California.
Stockton, California, whatever.
Stockton, straight out of Stockton, exactly. And you'd call them, and sometimes you'd get some rogue, cool person who'd be like, you'd be like, yeah, I'm looking for Harris's, and they'd be like, well, there's a million of them. I'm like, just give me the first 30, and they'd be like, sir, I can only give you 5 at a time, and every once in a while you'd get someone to be like, all right, there's an A. Harris phone number, blah blah blah, blah, and they'd rattle it off.
Wow.
And they just give you a whole shitload of them, but more times than not, you get some stickler. They'd be like, I can give you 5. And it's like, you're really going to make me hang up and call back again? Yes, I can only give you 5. And then you'd have to call back, and they'd go, yeah, I need Harris's in Stockton, California. And they'd go, okay, there's an A. And I go, no, I've already got the first 5.
I just called you 2 seconds ago, ass.
Yeah, ending with this one. So can you pick up from there and give me the next 5 or 10? And dude, it was crazy. It would take you an hour just to find like 20 numbers, and then we'd be calling them while you're still looking up more. I mean, where now you just go on the internet, it's like poof, right there.
Of course. Just
Super
white
easy.
pages, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
What can
anyway,
you do? I got lucky, man. What can I say? It's not my fault. Like I grew up.
you
with
kids today have no idea.
You do, though, have to remember to talk into the mic still. That still
Yeah,
remains.
still a problem, still an issue.
Damn it! Itching his ass.
I
He
know.
sits back from the mic. Hey, free popcorn, ping pong, foosball, plus the hottest sales staff in Oakland County. That's Zott, Ford, and Holly. Check out our amazing deals and massive inventory at zottford.com. SZOTT.
Hey, any businesses or groups out there in need of huge savings on computers or electronic equipment, call our friends at nationwidesurplus.com. They've got everything computer-related. Can offer great deals on bulk purchases of hardware and software, everything from laptops, servers, scanners, projectors, and more. They've got it all, and they buy decommissioned equipment. So check them out at nationwidesurplus.com. Shop now and use the promo code PINKHAT. You'll get an additional 10% off your purchase just for the mere mention of the Detroit Cast. That's nationwidesurplus.com. So yeah, losing the internet would be a real issue. Real issue.
Oh, yeah.
We couldn't print stories like this out of New York. Would be difficult without that. New York City Mayor, did you see he spoke today a couple times?
Yeah.
Had a press conference, and we're talking about Mayor Bill de Blasio.
Everybody just respect the family at this time.
Yeah,
Stop the protests against me.
So he wants.
No, he wants basically
right.
both sides to just chill out and respect the family. He's like, all right, dude.
He's
whip this
urged.
thing up.
Yeah, exactly. You started this, dickhead. I mean, I love these people coming out to his defense now, going, "Oh, this is an outrage that anybody would say this is de Blasio's fault." It's like, no, absolutely, this is. You've whipped up a group of people, whether it's the president and his stupid comments or Eric Holder and his stupid comments. All you need to do is plant the seed that people in power don't trust the police, and that the general population shouldn't trust them either. We need to warn our children to be afraid of the police. What kind of message does that send to someone who's on the fence, who's a little off balance? All you need is just a little bit. Now you've got people in high up government in major cities sprinkling a little dust out there that maybe they aren't to be trusted.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't that tip someone over the edge? How dare you not say you don't have blood on your hands? Of course there is. I think they're all to blame. I think the media is to blame. The media is to blame. No one was harder than the fucking media at all the bullshit going on. They had their narrative to run with, and they could go through the same shit every day. But he's urging New Yorkers to step back and put aside protests and political debates as the department mourns the loss of 2 officers, Rafael Ramos and Wenjin Liu. I think it's important that regardless of people's viewpoints, that everyone recognize it's a time to step back and just focus on these families. I think it's time for everyone to put aside political debates, put aside protests, put aside all the things that we will talk about in due time. Let's respect the family of the NYPD as they go through this morning. Take a moment when you see an officer to thank them, to console them, because it is personal for them. Boy, it would have sounded a lot better 2 weeks ago, wouldn't it have?
Yeah, that's brutal.
And honestly, doesn't it go against everything? I mean, it's a protest. This isn't a parade going through New York that you want to put on hold for another weekend because we've got something that's come up out of the blue. It's a protest. By definition, you're protesting. So why would the protesters listen to some shithead mayor going, let's put this goofy little protest you've got going? I mean, it so belittles the protesters to go, yeah, your shit was important a minute ago, but not so much now. So how about we put that on hold and we'll get to it later when everything dies down and no one gives a shit about your stupid, pointless cause anymore. We'll get to it then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just so insulting.
Let's just get through Christmas.
Yeah, let's get through the holidays and focus on these families in mourning. These poor families in mourning.
Dude, you know that's part of it. You're looking at the calendar going, oh, shit, man.
2 days.
Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. God's sakes.
It's
That's
crazy.
that's so dumb to me, but whatever.
Oh, God. And then a story came out in I think it was the Daily Beast, about the frantic battle to get to these officers.
First responders, yeah.
The first responders who were not New York City paramedics. They were people like part-timers were the first ones on the scene. And one of the guys is a part-timer because he's a felon.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, the guy that was trying to save the driver. Of course, he didn't do it. He claims he didn't do it, but there was some botched robbery or something that's on his record. And so he can't be a full-time paramedic, so he's just like this part-time dude. Sounds like a good guy. I mean, but they
for that one incident.
We're all none of us are perfect.
Yeah,
right?
Jay, who are you throwing stones at glass houses?
He was. They talk about this medic gazing down into the grievously wounded cop's eyes, praying for a sign of life, even so tiny as a single blink. He was just looking at me. I'm looking at him, and I'm hoping he would blink at least one time. This is Baron Johnson. He's a 27-year-old medic, a volunteer ambulance corps. It wasn't like his eyes rolled back. He was aware of what was going on. It was a constant stare dead into my eyes, and I just looked back at him hoping. I was just telling him to blink. If you can hear me, just blink or move your eyes. Move his hand. Try to say something to me if you can hear me. If there's any part of you that can move, move, so I know you're still here. The first cops who responded to a report of shots fired put out a radio call, and it came over his scanner, and it just said, and he's like, shit, they were at this deli having lunch, like right around the corner, and so they were a few blocks away. Officer down, 1013, officer down, 1013. He goes running, grabs his partner, this 23-year-old who you've probably seen on the news, the black lady, who's just absolutely shattered from this. Tatiana Alexander, we got to go. We have an officer down. A third medic joined them. He was out front. He joined them. They were racing towards the corner of Tompkins and Myrtle. Johnson at the wheel when another call came over the radio. Dispatch, there's 2 officers shot. Put a rush on the bus being the ambulance. Hearing rush on the bus, it kind of gives you an idea what you're heading to. You know things are not looking good. Time is very valuable. Traffic up ahead on Myrtle backed up, and Johnson began weaving in and out of traffic, driving on both sides of the road, getting around cars, letting them know I was in dire emergency. Johnson turned right onto Tompkins, hopped out. He realized they were the first and only ambulance on the scene. He then saw 2 badly wounded, uniformed officers in front of a radio car. Okay, we've got 2 patients, so we have to help both because there's nobody else. I asked an officer where they were shot and who's wounded the worst. They're both shot in the head, and neither of them are breathing. Fuck. Johnson approached the driver's side, touched Ramos' neck to check for a pulse. I yelled to Tat and Pedro, the other 2 medics. He's not breathing, and he has no pulse. Several officers are shouting, get him out of the car, get him out of the car. The officers helped Johnson ease Ramos onto the streets. The cop lay open-eyed with a grievous head wound as Johnson again checked for a pulse. There was still no pulse, not even the slightest bit. He starts doing CPR. He noticed the officer was wearing a wedding band. It was really bad. Chances were really minimum. We were still giving it our all. If there was going to be a miracle, I'm not going to miss it. Johnson kept doing all he could, gazing down at those eyes that gazed back at him with a seemingly stunned look. It looked like he was caught off guard. He stayed at it. I prayed as I punched him. I kept telling him, talk to me, move if you can hear me. Try to blink your eyes. Just do something. He heard officers running, screaming for their comrade. Please, Ramos, don't die, don't die. Johnson himself kept calling to Ramos, can you hear me? Move, say something if you can hear me. This is unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. Alexander, who's the medic, and Adorno, one of the other medics, were doing what they could to save the officer on the passenger side, which was Lou. Alexander saw he was not breathing. She checked for a pulse, nothing. She was administering CPR when FDNY ambulances arrived, and those paramedics took over. Alexander and Johnson working on Ramos, 30 presses on his chest, then 2 squeezes of the air-giving ambu bag, then 30 more presses, 2 more squeezes. Ramos was still showing no signs of life when they got him on the backboard and into the ambulance. Johnson then took the wheel again. Time is not on our side. He sped off. So they've got the other 2 medics and a cop in the back. Alexander let the cop take over the CPR. Ramos, 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 the cop kept saying. Alexander was applying dressings to the wounds, head, chest, and thigh. So they get him to the hospital. Ambulance crew kept doing all they could as they wheeled him into the emergency room. They followed the doctor's instructions to cut away his clothes as they stood ready to assist however they might be able to. It seemed like a desperate eternity, and then the doctor shook his head. We pretty much knew what that meant. Ramos and Lou were pronounced dead. Johnson was in tears. Alexander was taking it even harder. We started doing this because we want to save lives. And then they talk about Johnson's a volunteer rather than full-time because he's presently on parole for a robbery he insists he did not commit. They never did. Mm-hmm. He scored top of his class in his EMT training, though. Everyone who has a criminal past is not a bad person. I was young. I didn't even do it. I'm a volunteer, and I'm still saving people's lives.
It's crazy to think of other people affected by it, you know? Like, they got to go home
lunch
after
in a
that,
deli.
you know? And then they have to go through that thing and then just kind of, okay, you know?
Yeah.
Walk out of the hospital and, wow.
That's why I could never do a job like that. Like, imagine rolling up to a scene with 2 people with mortal headshot wounds in uniform.
You're the first ones there.
You're the first ones on the scene. I mean, we've seen the video, and see, like, I would notice the wedding band. Mm-hmm. I would notice that and go, Jesus Christ. Like, I wouldn't begin to know where to touch. I wouldn't know, like, Hopefully they would teach me that stuff.
I would think. I think
I
you'd
hope.
be trained at it. Yeah.
I'm not sure that they would, but we've seen my police skills. I've showed off my skills, you know.
Have we?
Yeah, Officer Walters on the scene. Come out with your hands up so I know who to shoot.
I don't remember that.
I'd be a bad cop. Yeah, Jay was doing it the other day with the guns. I'd come in guns a-blazing, you know. I just...
Gotcha, yeah.
I think I'd be in trouble within 6 months of being on the force. I'd be in trouble.
You'd shoot ass questions later.
Yeah, absolutely, I would. I would. And I stand by that. And you know, but that's probably why I'm not a uniformed officer.
You might be better as an EMT, though.
I don't think so.
I'd be unarmed.
No, because then, like, when I got on the scene, I'd jump out of the car, I'd have the best of intentions.
Oh, gross!
Like,
You'd stand, yeah, you'd get the willies.
I'd get the willies.
You would definitely get the willies. Go, oh, do the little dance, and it's like, oh, God damn it!
It's so gross!
Get someone else get here!
Plug that hole! Plug it hole!
Oh, shit!
Ambulance driver Walters, plug the hole! Cover the mortal wound! I'd be going, oh, it's just so good. It's spongy. It's head spilling out. Ah, that's gross. Oh, it's
spongy.
It's so gross. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it. No, I'm gonna make it worse. It's gotta hurt.
I'm with you, dude. I'm a little squeamish when it comes to stuff like that. So
see, and the reason I haven't gone that route, because I thought about it. I considered going the ambulance route. I would get out of the car and I'd go, ugh, and then I'd faint, and then they've got 3 wounded people to deal with, and I'd want to be taken care of too, but.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be in the back of the ambulance. They'd be like, "What?" I'd come to and be like, "What happened?" They'd be like, "Yeah, you passed out again as soon as you saw the head wound." Be like, "Oh," and yeah, it'd be a mess. It'd be a mess. But so probably best that I stay away. But I do give kudos to those people that are able to do that.
Yeah, I think they're able to just kind of detach and just see a job and do it.
Yeah,
it must be because
you and I as a team, we could do a radio show, but we'd be really lousy paramedics.
Yes.
I don't think
fail big time. God, when first one's on that scene, oh my God, no, dude.
If you were a paramedic and I was the cop and you rolled up on a scene, it could be some guy tripped over the sidewalk and rolled his ankle, and you'd be like, oh God, look at his ankle, and I just like pull out my gun and shoot him in the head and put him out of his misery. We'd be killing way more patients than helping.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
Unless it requires anything more than a Band-Aid is out of our league. Complete. We're gonna have to wait for a backup here. We need backup. Myrtle and Tompkins, Officer Walters and Medic Jay are on the scene, and we need backup. Not good.
Ugh.
Yeah. So that's why we're here, talking into microphones. Hey, another cop. This one, not anything to do with New York. I smell something off with this one, though.
No, I could see this happening, dude.
Can you?
Absolutely.
Texas cop. Veteran Dallas police officer allegedly sexually assaulted a woman, forcing her to perform sex acts while he was driving. I would say that he was
some sort of Congress.
Yep, of the mouth Congress. Yep, mouth on Panoose Congress.
Oh yeah.
So he was forcing her to do that in a marked police car and in uniform. The officer, David Katner, reportedly called the woman and forced her to perform the sex act while keeping one hand on his service weapon.
Ooh.
So
to speak.
Power thing, yeah.
So to speak.
She told detectives that Katner had also assaulted her 2 other times after threatening her with outstanding warrants and saying he knew where her daughter lived.
You know, it's not beyond the realm, man.
I would argue... Hi, Poos. Yes. Good girl. I would argue that perhaps this guy just likes getting beegers, and he got a girl to give him some beegers in the cop car, and then all of a sudden it's like an open season on cops right now.
Yeah.
So
that could be too.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, really, he's going to go back and assault the same woman 3 times, pull her in the car, and make her blow him?
2 times prior. You might, you might.
Maybe.
It worked 2 times prior.
The guy's been on the force for...
He's like, oh yeah, I would do it.
That's not what I said. I would just
yeah,
say
you would, you sick son of a bitch. You would.
No, I wouldn't.
You would.
But
go ahead.
I agree with Jay. That's all I was saying. I agree with Jay. He's right.
So you think this guy's a monster? 26 years on the force.
Dude, remember the Ferguson story? It sort of... It was on the back end of the whole Michael Brown deal. It was a short story, and it never got legs because the guy was a black dude, and I think the woman was black too.
Oh,
she was taken to jail, and he was a guard, not a prison guard, but some sort of guard there, and she stole the pube put it in the subway bag.
Yeah,
Remember that?
yeah, totally.
And
And he snuck her out the side of
yes,
the building. and
very,
told her
very
to run.
likely said, look, I can get you out of here. Give me BJ.
Yeah.
And the way that she
Very
got out
likely.
by hugging the wall and all that stuff and
Yeah.
avoiding security, it was probably a consensual type deal like that.
Yeah.
But then, of course, she claimed rape after she found the pube in her teeth. And
Yeah, yeah.
she's like, I've got an idea.
Yeah.
Hatched a plan.
I can make some money off this.
So yeah, dude, I don't doubt that happens.
Oh yeah. I mean, and well,
And wasn't there a
Does
real?
that sound like a decent deal, though? Does that sound like a fair deal
Yes.
or a bad deal to go, you got a lot of warrants. Little BJ, we ignore the warrants.
well, maybe I didn't see you here
Seems
today.
like I didn't see you here today. I can expunge these myself.
Hell
Seems
yeah.
like a fair deal, right? You'd go down on the cop, right?
I said it. I said.
What?
I said it during that one, and I said it this one. If I was a chick, I would some cop called me and
Yeah.
said, "Hey, you got 2 warrants out here.
What are we gonna do about this? How can
Yeah.
we work this out?
Yeah.
I'd work it out.
Yeah. Good
Hell,
boy.
fuck yes, dude. Don't want to go to jail.
Yeah. No way. You wouldn't do well in jail. Plus, then you don't get to choose which orifice you use.
Exactly.
Just
You
be
know,
a walking
they choose.
fifi.
Exactly.
You would be. So would you want to use your hand or your mouth or?
Well, of course, the mouth would be or the hand would be.
Of course, the mouth.
The hand would, of course, be the chosen. You don't want to go into the
Yeah,
mouth.
but he doesn't want that.
Well,
So you
I
still
said,
in?
Then you go to the mouth, I guess.
What if he goes, nah, I'm not feeling the mouth. I did that last time.
Not doing the S.
Well,
Doesn't matter. I'm going.
going to jail.
Ah.
Going to
And then
jail
you're gonna
get
lose
it in
the S
ass.
anyway.
Exactly, E.
Yeah,
Come
so
on,
what do
man.
you do?
Cut your losses, dude. Think this through.
Yeah, you're not even.
Simple logic, man. Think it through.
Yeah.
You're gonna get it in the ass in jail anyway.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So
Yeah, I mean,
So
depends on how it depends on how bad what I
How
really
big the
got.
guy is?
No, what I got going against me.
oh,
It depends on-
you've got some shit. They know about Holy.
Then I'd probably do it. I guess. I don't know. I don't want to go to jail.
All right.
What
Okay.
what if he calls you the next week? You just keep doing it? I mean,
Yeah, you
into
almost
No,
have to.
perpetuity?
no. He has
Once
to
you've
catch
broken the seal, dude, it's only
He
fair.
would have to catch me because then he's gonna know.
Well, you shouldn't have been so good at it then. He couldn't stop thinking about you
That's
all
He
week.
could come a knocking every week, E. You got to
You know
be
what?
prepared for that.
Well, then you do it the one time, and you say you were I was a cop. I was scared. I didn't know what to do. We called you again. Then you record it or something, and you go turn
No,
him in.
you have your attorney draw up paperwork and say, officer, I need you to sign this release. I'm willing to give you 20 times in the butt, 10 in the mouth, 10 in the hand,
That's not what I would do.
and I'm going to sign here. We'll date it.
No attorney.
You've got
is
3 years to cash in all of these prizes. Jay, you could draw that up, couldn't you?
So, I don't think that would work, Mike.
Why?
But why? Number one, don't
For our
point at me and
purposes.
go, "Your attorney." Like I would. Yeah, I gotcha.
Well,
No,
I'm just
I would-
saying, just so that he didn't have to go through this for his for a lifetime. This
I
guy, cop could call him every week for years.
No,
Good,
I would do
you
it.
could.
I
I'm saying
I
he
don't know.
But isn't one cop a week for years better than what you get in
I
the hole?
I
Yeah.
agree.
Oof, literally
but
in the
I
hole.
still would. I would still. You're right. If I did it the one time,
30
he called,
days
and
in
it-
his hole.
and he called me back again, then I start making a record of it or something,
Mm-hmm.
and saying, hey, this cop is harassing me. I don't know.
But still, fundamentally, you've killed Holy, and so you're going to go down for that.
Yeah.
So what do you do, man? Man, that's a real pickle you're in.
How do you find
That's a
yourself in
real
these pickles?
pickle.
E?
You're right. If I was in a situation where I'd
You
murdered
gotta
somebody,
you gotta hope a gay cop doesn't investigate you.
if I was in a situation where I'd murdered
Fingers
somebody,
The problem is, you could be totally innocent, but if a cop really stuck the light in your face, you'd cave and you'd be blowing him for sure.
Right.
At least blowing him.
but if I really was
Right.
innocent, he wouldn't get
You know
no.
what I mean?
But see, if
Like-
I was really innocent, so what happens one time? It's not going to keep happening because I haven't done anything. If I really had killed somebody and I knew I had all this shit on my record, I might fucking take that once a week for the.
But
30
what if he
years.
was really convincing? He was like, listen here, see? We know what you did, E.
Well, I know I
We know what you
didn't
did.
do
You know, but we've seen this before where people are exonerated 30 years later.
I am not.
You're coming
that
off death row
feeble-minded.
30 years later if Jay finally gets around to looking at your paperwork and goes and gets some DNA samples. I mean, it might take him 20, 30 years. He's a busy guy. But eventually he'd probably get you out of that situation. But in the meantime, you've been taking it for 30 years in the can, dude. In prison, the can. Not good. Not good, E. And all you had to do was play ball with a cop once. 30 years ago. This would have all been behind
I said I
you.
would do it once. That was ridiculous. I already said I would do it once.
All right.
I don't know what we're arguing about.
You're
I
not
already-
going to do well in jail. When that time comes,
Luckily, I will never go to jail.
well, takes one rogue cop thinking you look like somebody else, and you're off and running. He's going to start playing clips of this show. He'll know what you're able to do and willing to do.
What you're capable of.
Yep.
Why would he start playing clips of the
Well, we'll
show?
send him to him. We'll send him to him.
I'm going to call you guys up after I got to... Walters, I got to tell you, dude, this cop pulled me over last night. He thinks I'm somebody else. He wants me to suck... And you're going to freaking sit there and send him...
Don't fight the hypothetical. Don't fight it, dude.
Look
Yeah,
how many
no
mugshots
use.
people. Look how many mugshots people send in that he's look like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've seen at least
what
like
can I
3 or
say?
4
I
of them.
You know, I don't know. I got one of those faces.
One of those faces. He's the everyman.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe you could get away with it like Bill Cosby. All you need to do is make
Allegedly.
like $150 million
Yeah.
allegedly.
Well, it's not allegedly that he made $150 million.
No, allegedly.
It's-
I don't even think it's alleged that he raped chicks.
I don't either, but allegedly.
No offense, allegedly. I said
Yeah,
that.
new one today, right?
New one, yes. We got
How many are there now?
it's in the 20s.
Do we need? You need one of those old boards or
We do need a tote
a
board.
tote board. That
Yeah, we do almost because I swear to God, I'm reading these stories and I'm like,
Did we read
did
it?
we
Yeah.
do this
Yeah.
one? And then I'm looking at the date, going, no, that's today. That's today's news. Izzy. Oh, poos. Poos. Look at you. I'll go see Jay. Yeah. Look at her ducking out of there. Go lay in your bed, Izzy. Being a pain in the ass. It's not about you. Always about you. Catherine McKee, not to be confused with Catherine McPhee. Was she
American Idol, yeah.
Oh, I don't even know.
Catherine McKee alleges Cosby raped her in a Michigan hotel room.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
local
Michigan.
story.
Local, huh?
Good news out of Michigan.
In the early 70s, when she was on tour with Sammy Davis.
Ah.
Yep. She was an actress
How?
and former Vegas showgirl.
I'm just.
Woody.
The numbers are just starting to overwhelm me, I suppose. That he really, because I believe these are true. So that you're talking I mean, this could easily.
It's probably hundreds.
That's what I was just
dude.
going to say. It could easily.
It probably is.
if
And you
these are true.
you think about it, if some woman, because most of these happened 40 years ago, when I put myself in that position, it would be really hard. If you put this behind you, you got married, had 4 kids,
Yeah.
you're living life out with your husband, and all of a sudden now you're going to come out and accuse Cosby and put your whole family up for the scrutiny. And
Yeah.
Back in the day, he's
dude.
traveling around the country. It's probably a new chick every night, man.
No, no
Absolutely.
social networking back then. No, no people don't know. They can't keep in contact with everybody.
Official count 24. 24
Wow.
chicks. I guarantee you of what he's done.
Look at little
Allegedly.
tiny Sammy, man. Look at that little guy.
Yeah.
The Candy Man.
The Candy Man.
Check it out, man. Check it out.
She says that she was regularly part of Davis's Rat Pack in the 60s and had known Cosby for 8 years when the assault took place. Back then, I was Sammy's road wife. He had an open marriage, and we were lovers. That's how it went. Cosby
Nice.
ambushed her out of the blue one night, and she decided to extend her stay at a Detroit gig so she could visit family. Cosby was in town too and invited her to a party on a boat. He was a buddy. He knew I was Sammy's girl. She said Cosby asked her to get some ribs from a local hotspot, Checker Barbecue, wherever that was in the 70s. I don't know. And then pick him up at his hotel. Nice. He's got bitches where he's just like,
Give
pick
me
me up
some
some
ribs.
ribs and then come pick my ass up. I need you to go give me some ribs and then come pick me up. Get some pudding pops too. Camille. And she's like, okay,
Okay.
I'll be right there. She walks in the door.
God, girls are so dumb. I don't get
You're blaming the victim.
it.
Don't blame the victim. But this should tell you how confident Cos was that he was untouchable,
Mhm.
and how often this must have taken place. Because she gets to the door, and he's standing there in a robe with a cap on. He took the ribs from my hand and just grabbed me. He didn't bother giving her a drink or anything. He spun me around, pulled my panties down, and just took it. He didn't even eat the ribs first. He just grabbed her, spun her around, ripped her panties off, and stuck it in.
Is this the first one we've heard, though, where he hasn't drugged a chick?
Yeah, maybe.
Allegedly.
We were standing at the door when he attacked me. It was so fast, so shocking, and so unbelievable. To me, there was a different personality involved. He was a different man. It felt like a different person performing that act. She quickly fled the bathroom to compose herself. All right. Cosby got dressed, and the two shared an icy silence in the elevator down to the lobby where someone was waiting to escort them to the boat party. So now she's still going to the boat party with him.
Jeez.
Okay.
I could see that being kind of weird. I don't know. I'm not saying that she should have gone, but you're kind of no. But I'm just saying I'm not saying she should have gone, but I'm saying I could see it. Like
she's still thinking about her career.
Well, you've just been raped. You're sitting. I mean, it'd be a weird.
I would think you wouldn't go to the boat party if you were just raped, but this whole scene, you got to remember, they're all partying, they're all, doing drugs, drinking, all this shit. She's with these high-level stars, and you want to be part of that.
Well, she's a road.
Oh, that's her?
And proving that time takes down the best of them.
Gravite, holy cow. Look at that, dude. Is that it right there? Like,
No!
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh no!
God,
it's like a Cyclops boob, and it's at belly button level.
She went from Vegas showgirl to the goofy librarian at your local library.
Dude, Jay, you're right. Remember when you said about Cosby? I think you said it about Cosby. Like now he's gonna all these pictures come out. He's like, oh come on! Like,
don't you look at the earlier pictures when I got them? They were 40 years younger than that.
Come
here, get my back on this one.
Wouldn't it be great if he really
I would
came
not
out?
have raped that in a million years.
Right. Oh, she's hideous.
yeah, that's. Oh man.
Oh my God! Look at the picture.
Yeah, time is not good to bodies, is it?
No.
She's in the prior picture. She's in one of these real slinky satin deals. No bra, just real perky tits and. Really, and then it's just again no bra and not perky tits.
You're right. It's like a uniboob.
Yeah.
Something.
It's a Cyclops boob.
If that woman walked up to you and said, "Oh yeah, I used to be a model. I was a Vegas showgirl," you'd go, "Get out of here! Get out of here!" She showed you a picture. You'd be like, "Get out of here!" Still.
Get fucked
Whose identity are you trying to steal, lady?
Right.
She looks like something off Dance Fever before, or Chips or something.
Totally.
Oh my God! Hideous.
She's the victim.
Oh yeah.
Victim. Be nice.
Sorry, I forgot she got raped.
But really, this is the first one I remember that didn't involve being drugged.
Yeah, he didn't need
right.
it.
Just taking it,
But we haven't heard about some of the kisses though, even where he's been
where he's forced himself on him. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that's the same, but.
So they get to the boat party, and Bill was so rude and cold toward me the rest of the night. I thought, when this boat docks, I'm out of here, and I just left. She never uttered a word to Davis about it, which is just weird. You would think that'd be impossible to not tell someone.
Yeah.
You'd think just a few cocktails in, and you'd get loose-lipped and be like, your friend's a fucking pig.
Again, though, there's got to be a big draw to kind of just stay in that circle, and not upset it.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Big concern once you get to that.
Sorry.
What if she says something to Sammy and it blows up and it, and all of a sudden
he's got the guy code, sticks by his boy.
Yeah.
Bros before hoes type of thing.
Because what was she doing? She was kind of just side singing, right? Or what was she actually performing?
No, she was performing fellatio on Sammy on a nightly basis.
So she wasn't even.
That was her role.
Yeah. So you're right. Ben, you're definitely right.
His first question is, "What are you doing getting ribs for the cause?"
Yeah, maybe.
So.
Yeah,
I could see her.
She didn't want to put that in Sammy's head, she claims.
But back then, God, if this was, I know you said it's back then where it's like it's not, you're in a different city, different night, but it seems like there must be people. How did this not get out? And it's this many people.
Yeah, some talk about it, kind of, and maybe it was.
Amongst the guys, even just.
You're right. Maybe it was. That's what I'm kind of waiting for. Is some doctor to be like, oh yeah, colleague of mine used to give him whatever. That he used, or something like that. Somebody apart from these chicks to corroborate.
Could be black market though. He could have a team of handlers that it's just
totally. But I'm waiting for some corroboration like that. Somebody outside of these girls to be like,
there has to be a guy.
There was that one dude who said, he sort of organized some of these liaisons, but that doesn't explain.
Yeah. Do you have any idea how easy it would be to get some star fucker doctor on board?
Oh sure.
I mean that. I can't even tell you how easy it would be to get some guy to play ball in that if you were at that level.
Right.
Like that's such a level most people can't possibly understand. We can't possibly understand, but there's a reason Elvis got what he wanted and Jackson got what he wanted and Bill Cosby would get like if it's not that if this doctor won't play ball, you're gone.
Yeah.
You're done and you go through 1,000 of them until you get Dr. Feelgood. Who wants to be in that inner circle. He wants to run with A-listers. He wants to be able to say that I'm the Cosby's doctor.
Yeah. And lucky for Cos, maybe that dude's dead right now, you know?
Absolutely could be. I mean, you're talking, most of these are talking 40 years ago. He could have been a 40-year-old doctor at the time, died at 75, and he's been gone for years. Again, that's my narrative, but whatever. Who knows?
I don't think that's far-fetched at all.
Yeah. She was mad at her own self for not saying, what the fuck? Why didn't I stop it and get him away from me? But it happened too fast. I was absolutely flabbergasted. And I had the guilt. I questioned myself. Why did I go there? Why did I bring those ribs? Maybe he thought that's what I wanted too.
Yeah, and you can't forget the time we're talking about too. Like now
60s,
it would
70s.
seem very, oh my God, how could you not say something, you know, now? But you got to remember back then.
Yeah, different world.
Yeah, there was a lot of blaming of the victim, a lot of not believing. And
she said she just buried the freaky episode. I figured if I don't think about it, it won't bother me. Of course, with all these women surfacing now, it flushed out. It was a rape, but it seems so strange to call it that. We think of rape as a stranger who attacks you in a parking lot. I chalked it up to another powerful person in Hollywood who just felt like he could take what he wanted from women. And then there's is this the Vegas chick?
isn't that sad that you find
that's
yourself
all-
in that situation where
That sucks,
that's what
man.
you know, where you're just like, yeah, he just took what he wanted. You know, I'm just a
Mhm.
piece.
Yeah. Well,
Sad.
unfortunately, a lot of them, that's
yeah.
the way they feel. Totally. Did we talk about Chloe Goines, the 24-year-old model? Because this could get interesting.
I don't think so.
This is a more recent case,
Was
a
that the one
Vegas
from
woman.
2008?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
We didn't really talk about it. I think I kind of
I don't-
maybe mentioned it.
was she the one that was 15 at the? No, because
No,
in-
there's
oh,
a different one.
There's
one
another
that's
one.
in
So
two-
I don't remember doing this story.
You know what? I did briefly mention it. I think the last time we talked about Cosby, it had just showed up on TMZ at the time. I think it's 2008 at the Playboy Mansion, right?
Yeah, it's 2008 at the actual Playboy Mansion.
Yeah.
Chloe Goines is her name. She claims she passed out after drinking a beverage provided by the Cos at the and then woke up to him licking and kissing her body.
Yeah, we kind of
See,
briefly.
the problem is a lot of these have taken
Is that
place
her?
at the Playboy Mansion, you
That
know,
was the-
so they all get mixed up in our brains.
Jay, that was the one.
Let me see.
Remember when I said you might remember this now?
Is
'cause
she hot enough for you?
We did talk about this, Jay. Remember I said when she woke up, that's when the Cos just put his pants on and bolted out of the room. Remember that?
don't.
Okay, well I did mention this.
I don't remember
we haven't
that either.
Talked about it, but
Okay, finally a good-looking chick.
Yeah.
well, Rhea got a younger.
2008 statute of limitations would not be up on a 2008 case. You wouldn't think. She wants criminal charges filed against Cosby and is due to sit down with the LA police to give a statement early next month. She's very afraid, very nervous. She wants to do the right thing. She understands her significance and importance since all the other women are older and nothing can be done with respect to their cases. She said she'd like to see Cosby sit for a lie detector test. She also calls it embarrassing that Cosby's wife of 51 years, Camille, released a statement suggesting her husband was the victim. I knew Camille. We'd been to dinner, all of us, many times. This is not a stupid woman. She has her head buried in the sand. So she looks older there to me. She looks like a 40-year-old trying to say she's 24.
Yeah. She says she's 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, man.
Doesn't she? She doesn't look like your typical 24-year-old.
No. Okay, well, take her word for it.
Yeah. She's pretty, though, no doubt. She looks like every other person that's walking around the Playboy Mansion. Literally, they all look just like that. But, yeah, God, this Cosby story it's just insane. One thing, too, that's jumping out at me is, boy, the black stars of the day love banging white chicks. And when did they grow to love the big fat ass craze? When did that take off? Because every Sammy Davis Jr., Cosby, all these guys, they loved really skinny white bitches.
Right.
That's what they wanted.
Yeah.
Really skinny, hot white bitches.
Look at those two. Got Hef and the Cos.
Is my boy, yeah.
Hef with his little captain hat on. Hell, dude.
That gut
See those
on the Cos, by
jeans,
the
too.
way.
Yeah, those jeans are ridiculous.
They're like up to his Nipples.
when I was at his house, he had 3 girls on his arm, just in like topless in bikini bottoms with robes on, and a full camera crew behind him. Everywhere he went, the whole night. Every step he took, he had a full camera.
Was he
crew.
wearing a dumb hat like that?
Yeah, it was the Midsummer Night's Dream dress-up party.
Okay.
Or no, it was the Halloween one. It was their Halloween party. See, I can't remember what he was dressed up as. He might have gone as Hef.
Yeah. In his satin PJs.
Yeah. I think he was in satin PJs.
God, man.
But yeah, just having like 3 22-year-olds on your arm at all times, it's crazy.
Well, we'll see where it goes, man. It seems like something's
Is that
got to
the
break
Playboy
on
Mansion?
the thing.
Yeah.
Is that? Holy shit.
Wow,
Looks different from the air.
it does. Yeah, I remember pulling up in that circular driveway and the grotto and all that shit. It's crazy.
That's where you tried to get Pamela
Oh yeah,
Anderson.
where you got shut down.
God damn it, no! I didn't want anything to do with Pam
Oh,
Anderson.
well,
I didn't
who
find her
asked?
attractive.
Who
I
asked
didn't
for
find
that?
her funny. I didn't.
Well,
Who asked for the picture?
Pamela,
Did
can I
your
get a
girlfriend
picture?
ask for the picture, or did you?
Would you mind taking a picture? No,
Not right now.
not right now. I was like, God damn it! I didn't even want a picture with you.
That would piss me off more than
Oh.
because you didn't really want it. That would
Yeah,
be
there
the
was
thing.
no media there. It wasn't like, if you're on the streets and you ask someone for a picture,
Right.
you run the risk of 400 people coming rushing out. I want one too. I want one
Yeah.
too. I want. Like that wasn't going to happen there. She was just being a bitch.
Right.
Would you mind?
But
I
nonetheless,
guess she
you up
didn't
for a
expect to
picture?
be at a private party like that and be asked for a
No.
picture by a stranger.
Yeah.
Well,
probably.
I mean, Mike obviously really wanted a picture of that.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Talking about yourself in the third person now?
Shut up, Steve. God damn it! I'm never going to live that down. For the record, I did not want that picture.
Momentary lapse of judgment by.
No, I was
Webster.
asked to take that picture, and I fought it until I didn't fight it anymore, and then I was
Why
denied
didn't you just go, dude? You ask her for the fucking picture.
because it was.
You wanted to get in that grotto, didn't you?
I was in the grotto. I have pictures in the grotto. Now we've got a guy. Where's Wausau? Is that Wisconsin?
I feel like that's probably Wisconsin.
Sounds like a Wisconsin
Yeah.
area, right? A guy accused of
WAUSAU.
WAUSAU.
Got that? E?
Wausau.
Maybe.
Get off Facebook. God damn it.
I'm try Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Okay. All right. Well, we'll tell you what happened with that guy next. Why don't we take a quick time out, and we'll be back and we'll tell you all about the Wausau man.
Mhm.
We'll do it next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break.
Hey there, it's Steve Gabarra, the general manager at Zott Ford and Holly. It's our Dream Big event, which means Zott Ford wants to make all your transportation dreams come true. For a limited time, you and your loved ones can get a new Ford Focus, Fusion, or Escape for just $156 a month. Go ahead and pull the mistletoe out of your ears because you heard right. $156 for a new Ford Focus, Fusion, or Escape. See the details in our massive inventory at ZottFord.com. We'll see you soon, and happy holidays from Zott Ford and Holly.
The Detroit Cast continues now, bitches. Here's Mike and Jay.
Alrighty, welcome back to the Detroit Cast on a Tuesday with Mike and Jay. And we'll get back to our Wausau man here in just a second. But before we forget, should we track down B's list for the best of and just see if he's on target, Jay?
Yeah, he handed me the list here. I will say this: there's some more nuanced things.
Okay, you mean he took direction and listened?
I think he did.
Wow, good job, E.
Did a little searching, I think. Some poking around. Several E bits though.
I'm
just kidding.
There are.
Well, here,
and I don't want you to go anti-E. As much as we are very anti-E here, we don't want to just shut out the E.
I think there's only. Well, whatever.
Oh, you did put some E in there.
Eric gets a
All
pregnant hooker. I mean, I don't think I was involved in that, or you were involved in that.
No, I didn't get a pregnant hooker.
Yeah,
Did you?
No, nope, never have.
All right, we'll let that slide.
Okay. Nana gets left in the airport.
But that's not about.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I don't even remember that. I probably won't remember any of these bits.
I think we were talking about an old lady getting left there in a wheelchair, and I think it spun into Nana.
Yes.
God, how do you remember
That might have been an early Nana reference, actually.
Really? Was she still grandma at the time?
I don't know.
It was
Yeah,
pretty
she
early.
switched
You're
to
right.
Nana
pretty
It was
early.
pretty early.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. E. That's the kind of thing. Yeah, I think is good. You know, to go back to sort of the origin of this stuff.
These are in the order, by the way. This
Okay,
isn't
no,
necessarily in the
yeah.
order it's going.
I get
in.
it. The nod has been discussed a few times, but there was
Okay.
one where we originated the discussion about the nod.
Yep.
Um,
The nod.
some of these I don't remember. I got to be honest.
I guess that's good.
Yeah, man has dick amputated.
That's where the dicks don't sweat come from too.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
He wasn't supposed to have his dick amputated. Didn't they do that on accident,
Yes.
like the wrong guy or something?
I kind of just these is just what I wrote. But yeah, you're right.
Okay. Why don't I remember that?
It was probably so scarring
That
that
is
you
right, at the,
tuned
end, right
it
at
out.
the end of it. That is where you say like, have you noticed the dicks don't sweat?
Really?
So the
Okay.
origin of dicks don't sweat.
Okay. Wife gets a pregnant stripper. Oh, gets pregnant from stripper. The fidget, right? Didn't she get pregnant from a fidget? Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, some other things. I don't want to give them
Right.
all away, but I'd say it's a much better effort by E to sort of do some digging.
How long is it? Let's see the. So this is both of them.
Yeah.
There's some good stuff on here. All right. What's a Noik?
Nurse of the year.
Okay.
I don't remember that either. Damn, E.
Well, if they
Dude,
Good work.
There is some good stuff on here. I like that. The times are good.
There's two. There's each one of them have one that's a little.
Stubble. That's where E. We fingered you for.
Of course, that has to do with E.
Yeah.
Oh Dude, I can't help it, man. Like the funniest. I don't know. There
Pretty
were some-
sure banging sheep ends up getting back to E too.
Well,
Well, it always does.
All right.
Can't talk about banging farm animals.
I'll sign
without
off on this.
involving
I'm going to be very critical of your production skills.
I'll have them
Extremely
tomorrow.
critical
I know,
of your production
I know.
skills.
I know. I'll have them tomorrow.
You'll have them tomorrow so I can listen to them and
Yeah.
make sure that the
Yeah.
music is balanced.
Yes.
It comes in on time, goes out on
Yes.
time. They flow properly. There's not levels way up here and then.
Yeah. I'll have them tomorrow. Yeah.
Because if not, K-Dog has a lunch hour tomorrow, and he's gonna.
He
have
could
to
bang
take
them all out.
matters in his own hands.
He could
So,
probably do the New Year's ones and the Christmas ones by lunch
Yeah.
tomorrow. Okay.
I think he learned cool at it in lunch hour, right?
Yeah, it took him like 5 minutes or so. A little longer than I would have expected, but whatever. Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky, but you got it. I mean, you've got that lick. So, yeah, if he fumbles or something, I might call you last minute tomorrow and see if you can just bang a couple of them out, full best ofs out in an hour or so. K-Dog, if you can handle that. Okay, cool. All right, back to good job, E. Seriously, no, that list looks much better. The Wausau guy that we had mentioned just before the break.
God.
Well,
Dude,
hey, to each his own, Jay. To each his own.
Do you think this is the guy we talked about before?
No. No,
This involves a horse.
it does. I think the guy we talked about before, for some reason I'm thinking he wasn't in the country.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong about that. I don't know why I think that, but I think he was older than this guy, too.
Hmm.
because this guy's like 30 years old. He's accused of performing a sex act with a horse. He's been charged with bestiality, as you would expect. His name is Jared Kreft. Charged with sexual gratification with an animal sex organ, possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of marijuana as a repeat offender, and bail jumping. Deputies were sent to a barn where they found Kreft near a horse. He was wearing a face mask, black jacket, and blue wind pants with holes cut out in the crotch and the buttocks area.
Assless chaps, essentially.
Yeah. Yep. He told deputies after he was arrested that he went to the barn and performed oral sex on the horse.
Dude.
And tried to arouse the horse with his hand.
Jeez.
What
is with oral sex on a horse? What is the point? What do you get out of that?
I don't know.
God,
I mean, if you're going to have sex with a horse, just go and mount them and get it over with and be done. Why would you want to please the horse? Trying to get a mutual. I'm not a selfish
Yeah, these
lover.
horse fuckers are really unselfish lovers. That's what we
Yeah.
learned. Remember that guy would go down on
Yeah,
a horse
for
for hours? Ugh.
Yeah, and claimed that the female horse would have multiple orgasms.
Yeah, and would back up
Oh,
into him.
gross.
During his love-making sessions.
Mhm.
Oh, gross! The female horse.
You can't. You don't know who you're gonna fall for, Jay. That's the problem. You
Love is
can't-
blind, E. Love
It
is
is.
blind.
Age is just a number. All the
Cupid zero.
cliches.
Cupid zero. We don't know.
He had viewed horse porn before the incident.
Oh,
That got him going.
shot.
He was fired up. So, deputies also found a blue and red glass pipe from pot smoking and a jar of petroleum jelly. As if you'd need the petroleum jelly. What is he? He's acting like he's hung like a horse.
No, he was
The
going to
horse
try
is-
to take it, man.
Is that what he was trying to do?
He's got the assless chaps on.
Ah, boy. I didn't
Jellied
think
himself
about
up.
No.
He's trying to arouse it. He's trying to arouse it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That would ruin that asshole.
Picture him in a missionary position.
What would you do? Get underneath the horse and bend over and back into him? Like, how would you do that? He's in a missionary position. Legs are spread.
You know what? Just like you and me like to assume that all these guys are anally just having sex with animals, Jay likes to assume that anytime that they're having sex with animals, he wonders what the missionary
Yeah, I was
situation would be
picturing
like.
a missionary.
They all do it missionary
I
style.
don't think if you're nailing an animal, you're going missionary. You're just going
I
fucking
love the idea, though, dude.
Well, you try.
Moves up.
It gets this idea that there's some romance involved.
Right.
There's like the horses
They're
like
looking
laying
at each
into it,
other, looking into each other's eyes.
gazing into each other's
What
eyes.
do you do? You have to sit down like.
What do you make out with a horse? A big horse tongue coming out.
Picture this guy on the ground with legs spread way up in the air. This horse coming down on him.
How deep before he realized this is a mistake? This is a mistake.
Probably about like this. I mean, the horses are like this.
God, man.
Before because the horse isn't going to care at that point. It's
No, he's gonna
it's go
finish.
time.
Yeah.
It's go time.
He's a machine at that point.
And if I'm not mistaken, those animals will hoof you and hang on, and then you're in for a ride,
Dude, that
and they're not going to let go until they're
Ugh.
done.
That asshole would be torn apart.
Well,
It
A
would be
horse,
like-
a horse doesn't have a barbed penis, does it?
I don't think
Like
so.
the lion? No.
No.
That's good. That's good news for him.
Yeah, sort of. Sounds like his session was interrupted though.
That's a
Um,
bummer.
God, how do you get there, man? How do you get there?
I don't know.
How do you find yourself in a stable
He was riding. He's
with
watching some horse
petroleum
porn. He got
jelly
hooked
on
up.
your ass, with windbreaker pants, whole board out of the back, and you got how do you get there, dude?
I don't know.
Dude, you could. I mean, there are.
That you're trying to get that.
No! God damn it, Timko! God damn it,
I
Timko!
actually looked for a first.
Why
time
is
in
it
a while.
why is the head mashed? Why is the head mashed?
Oh, stop it!
God damn it! I can't unsee that.
No.
And you couldn't sit on that. You certainly couldn't take it missionary.
Just
All right, here you go.
God no! God damn it! Now she looks like she's having fun. All right, enough.
that's what the guy
There's
wanted
got to be
right there.
something illegal about even viewing that. And then, as if that wasn't enough to get you in the Christmas spirit, we have we have a new video that's surfaced called Two Guys, One Fish.
You know,
What happened? What? What?
okay.
Hey, I didn't make the news, Jay.
We're
Simply
just-
bringing it
just
to the fine
reporting
folks. Yeah, just
I
bringing it to
understand.
the fine
It's our
folks.
duty. It's our duty.
That's right. It's making its way around Twitter today. Two guys, one fish. The video depicts a man receiving oral sex from a large fish.
Is this for real, dude?
Oh, it is. It is, and I've got proof. Takes place in a shallow, mucky water. He's kneeling in the water, shirtless male, wearing only a backwards baseball cap. Well, I'll just let you watch the video, and you tell me if it's real.
Do I want to see this?
Yeah, you kind of do.
Are you kidding me, dude?
It's her other friend.
They're not speaking English.
What a bunch of assholes. So you got at least 3 dudes involved in this.
Oh, yeah, one filming. And a fish. A creepy fish, but a fish.
Why would you want your other guy?
What a bunch of animals.
Real or fake?
It's real, unfortunately. Big
E?
carp-looking thing.
Yeah, they haven't identified the fish. He's going to be a lot of
Look
trouble
at his
with his
buddy,
wife.
man.
They
Look at his
do.
buddy holding it like.
They look like
Why
they're
would you not want
young.
to see your buddy's penis, though? That's what I.
I
don't-
saw yours.
Yeah, but you didn't want to.
No, I didn't.
This
but
is voluntary.
true.
Like he voluntarily said, "Hey, buddy, like take this fish."
Unreal, dude.
They're walking amongst us, Jay. Walking amongst
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, I know.
Looks like the fish is meant to be there. I gotta be honest.
It's just meant.
Look at that fish going to town. It probably thinks
No,
it's
it's-
a worm.
Well, half of it is the guy's buddy going like this to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I
That's
agree.
gay, dude. I'm sorry.
Totally,
That's
yeah.
gay, dude.
I'm with you.
I don't know
man.
if it's gay.
No,
It
is,
is.
dude. You have your guy friend, and
That
you're,
fish is a dude.
No,
Oh.
not that.
Well- Would it be gay then if his buddy was in the back end of the fish at the same time he was in the front end of the fish?
I'm saying it's gay that they were sitting here together. That he would say, "Hey, I'm about to."
I'm just
freaking-"
asking, would it be gay if his buddy was in the back end of the fish and he was in the front end of the fish?
It's gay already.
It is? Okay, so if 2 guys are going on a chick, that's gay then, what you're saying.
No, because that's a human for one.
Oh, I thought the fact that 2 penises and
No.
different orifices were involved was what made it gay. So
No.
the fact that a fish is involved makes this gay.
Yeah, to me.
Yeah,
no,
I
to
agree.
Me, the fact that you're,
Dude,
that
I
your
do,
buddy,
absolutely.
That you're saying to your
Yeah.
buddy, I'm gonna take my penis out and you take this fit. 2 guys and a girl. I know what you're trying to say, you asshole. But that's not the same
No.
thing, dude.
I'm with E, man. I'm with E on this one.
So well, remind me not to go bang and fish with you then.
Yeah, you're right. That'd be
E,
gay.
would you do, how much
That'd
to
be
do
gay.
that? How much would it cost to do if a chick was holding the fish? If Nana was holding the
I
fish.
don't know a price. I mean,
Let's start with Nana. Go from there.
Yeah. Your sister, Nana, whoever.
none for them. Never.
Okay, not for them. That's crazy. That-
Nana's holding the fish. Picture on her knees in some lake.
well, she's-
Curlers in her hair.
well, we know she's pretty progressive. She's got the lightning bolt
Yeah.
shaved in
right.
and all that. So I mean, she's probably up for crazy stuff at some point in her life.
Seen this for sure.
Yeah.
It's a guy filming it too. You can tell.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's getting gayer by the minute.
I'm
it's very
serious.
gay.
That's just, dude. They might as well be gay. I mean,
Dude,
fine.
you
nothing-
of all people have a problem with this.
I don't have a
of
problem.
all people.
I'm not saying I'm saying that these guys are not heterosexual. Whether they can say that all they want to.
I don't know that
like
they have.
vagina,
I
but,
don't think we've heard that
okay,
they have.
but if they're saying that I'm just saying that this is gay. If they
Absolutely.
if they
I'm
tried
with
to
you.
come out and say no, this isn't a homo. I'm into girls. Whatever. You might be nailing girls right now, but eventually you won't be.
But does that really matter? Like,
No.
I mean, the guy's banging a fish at this point. Does it matter if he's gay or hetero? To me, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. I'm just saying. I'm just kind of. You're right. It doesn't matter.
To me, it's irrelevant. Mike.
Is this kind of a boys will be boys situation?
No.
No.
I'm not saying
It's
to go
just-
do this. I'm not suggesting that, but I don't know that gay is the right category for this.
It is to me.
Well,
These guys.
I agree with you that these guys are likely gay, just given the way that they're, trying
so
to
you
get
think
the guy
gay
off.
guys would bang fish before straight
I
guys?
just mean straight. I would not, as a straight guy, ever with my friend,
Dude, you've shared chicks with your friends. What are you
That's not
talking
the same
about?
thing.
Pregnant hooker.
It's not the same thing.
Yes, it is kind of the same
No,
thing. You
it's
both had
not.
your dicks out. You
No,
saw each
it's-
other's dicks.
No, it's not. Not like this.
That is a troubling video.
It is. I agree.
Don't search that.
No, absolutely not. We've given all the commentary we need with
Nobody
that.
search this.
Nobody.
God.
So is this cruelty to animals? Does this fall under the cruelty to animals?
Yes.
No, it does.
Well, I was thinking
Yes.
too because they got-
Don't even argue about punching it or this and that.
Well,
that's cruel to that
You don't
fish.
know. I can promise you that fish doesn't want to be punched in the face, Jay.
Exactly. I will
Does
say
not
that.
want to be punched in the face.
It is cruel. It is animal cruelty. But my statement, as long as this statement stands.
Given the choice, I think that fish would rather be punched and swim away than have to go through
I
that.
disagree.
Plus, it's being held out of water, so it can't breathe.
Yeah.
He goes back at it.
Yeah, he does. I don't want to blame the victim, but
An argument can be made that fish would rather be punched.
I don't know that.
Dude,
I'd
look
love
at
to,
that.
I'd love to get him on the stand and ask him, but I don't think any fish at any time ever wants to be caught or punched in the face. I don't think that's an outrageous statement.
I don't think he ever wants to do that either.
Well,
Put that on the list.
it seems like he's done it before. He certainly knows what he's doing.
Dude, that
It
is just so
It
weird.
just does.
Does he come in his mouth?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I hope not. God damn it. Do you think he's trying to get away? All right, we'll move on. We'll move on. We'll move on.
Oh my God.
So we've got a couple teacher stories here. I know you love these. Bosnia-Herzegovina,
Mm-hmm.
right? We're all fans there. Well, they've got schools there.
Ew.
They do. And
Ooh.
they decided to take these 28 girls on a field trip,
Ages.
13 and 14.
Okay.
And they went on a 5-day trip, sightseeing,
Sounds
museums.
good so far.
Yeah, they had a blast, and 7 of them came back pregnant.
Mm. They had a real blast. a real good time.
A quarter of them.
1/4 of the girls, 13 and 14 years old, came back from a school field trip knocked up.
Wow.
Wow.
Parents are demanding. They want why there wasn't better supervision on the trip, but they're saying that parents need to teach their children about sex. Cases brought up national attention to the increasing number of teen pregnancies in Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Who do they think? They think it was just the kids. They don't suspect like teachers or.
That's what I thought at first, but it sounds like kids just got out and
Wow.
we're having.
Do you suspect like some guys got to him and impregnated him?
I mean, to me, when I hear those kind of places, I do kind of tend to think that I wondered. That's what I said.
Maybe
I
some
wondered.
guys did that.
No, I know guys did it. You fucking jerk. Like.
Did you just call Jay a jerk?
I don't know. No.
Yeah, well, the jerk store's running low on you.
Right. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. The jerk store called. They're running low on you.
The
E.
shrimp. The ocean called. They're running out of shrimp.
Oh, thank you for the bone.
No, I know guys did it, but I wondered if if it's like more like the JL9 or what GLJ guy where
Good luck, Jonathan. Come on.
where those girls get married against their
Right.
will. I meant as opposed to just if it was teenagers in the class.
Good news out of Nigeria.
Hey, we got some new
What?
some new grandchildren for some mamas and dads.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
They got a nice big family to start now.
13 years younger than their moms.
No, but that's what I meant.
No, I know. I hear you. But it makes you wonder what percentage of
7,
those
though.
chicks just had sex. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
But 7?
7 came back pregnant, so you got to assume a ton
good
more were
point.
banging and
But
just
this is
didn't
a
get pregnant.
freaking orgy on the
I
strip.
know,
like,
man.
I don't.
the hell's
And
going
without
on?
a
Yeah.
condom, dude. That's always. I know. I get it, guys. I don't. Whatever. But it
Yeah, I've
blows my
never heard of
mind.
those things. But
Okay. Well, what? Okay. I don't know. Good for you, I guess. But
thank you.
it makes me wonder.
Leave the veg specs
they're
alone,
doing
Jay.
it, and they
Leave
just
the
like.
veg
Can't
specs.
help it.
I wouldn't. I mean, I don't care how young I am, but I wouldn't want to have a kid. Even if I was 14 and I'm sitting here, I wouldn't want a kid.
I think the kid would say the same thing about you as a father. So,
Well,
it's a
yeah,
win-win.
So a condom.
do you imagine E's kid?
Ugh.
Oh, he'd probably be brilliant. He would have a brilliant kid.
Probably.
Harvard grad at some
Hey,
point.
Forrest Gump had a really smart, wicked, smart kid or whatever.
Did he?
Yeah, remember?
Your 4-year-old kid would be just like, Oh, my dad's an idiot. Oh, my dad's a fucking idiot.
The jury was out on Gump's kid, if I recall. I recall it finished.
Was it from
He's
Jen?
like he's like the smartest in his class or something.
Really?
Yes.
I recall him and Little Forrest sitting there watching TV, and they both put their heads to the side. Sort of like father, like son. But I agree, he wasn't feeble-minded like Forrest. But
no, he asks, and she says he's the smartest in his class.
Okay.
I know.
All right. That, you could be right.
Yeah, but a lot of parents would say that. Oh, our little Johnny's the smartest in his class.
Oh, look at yeah, but this is a freaking movie where you got to assume that if she says it,
I'm not going to assume anything.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume anything.
We've also got a teacher out of Oklahoma who.
Oh no.
She's a math teacher.
Oh God, what'd she do?
She's not a TOEIC, unfortunately. She was fired, unfortunately, though, Wednesday after she made a snack run with 11 students. Sounds harmless enough,
For
right?
the Walmart, right?
Yep. Her name's Heather Cagle, and she stuffed.
Cagle? Really?
Yeah, I know. Cagle. Yep. When she's doing exercises. She stuffed 11 kids into a Honda Accord, including 2 12-year-olds in the trunk. Problem? Anybody? Any objections?
Honda Accord, 11 kids.
It's a clown car.
For judgment, Mike. Maybe it's just a crazy math problem. She's a math teacher?
She's a math teacher, a yearbook advisor, and a cheerleading coach.
Yeah. For
the last 10 years, she drove the students to Walmart a quarter mile away because she wanted to reward them with goldfish crackers.
Nobody above the age of 5 likes goldfish crackers.
Are you serious? I love goldfish crackers.
Well, mentally above the age of 5.
I love goldfish crackers, man.
So your thought stands.
Yes.
Nobody above the age of 5 mentally likes goldfish crackers. They're okay.
Don't like goldfish
They're
crackers?
okay. I wouldn't make a run for them though. I would never make a run
you
for
wouldn't
goldfish
intentionally
crackers.
go buy them. I mean, if
they're bought, my mom brought some over not long ago.
Really?
And she brought some.
God, I just
food
think of
over
those as little tiny kid food.
Yeah, they are. But they were here, so I'll eat them. I would never go on a run for them, though. It took 5 minutes for the students to cram into the teacher's Honda Accord. It was caught on school surveillance video, and they had 2 girls in the trunk. School officials said Cagle needed to get the parents' permission before taking the students off campus. Therein lied the problem.
No problem jamming 11 kids in your car, but you need permission.
Yeah.
I can see all the kids thinking it's hilarious, as they pile in and try to all lay on top of each other and shit.
Yeah.
I'll get in the trunk,
Yeah, I could see it playing out like that, too. About 50 supporters showed up to support Cagle at the school hearing, but the board voted 4-1 for her dismissal. Her lawyer says, good teachers will let students do things like this to let the students let off steam. It was such a cowardly decision by the school.
It probably was in all fun, in fun,
Yeah.
No, but poor judgment, Mike. You can't do that. Come on.
You're right.
You need a safety belt for each child.
Yeah. Well, the bus doesn't have safety belts.
That's occurred to me many times. It's weird, isn't it? You throw them all on there. These little tiny kids in those big seats go bouncing all over. I guess they figure, the escape is more important than.
Is that what it is? Is that what they try to say?
Yeah.
Hey, we got an activist group. Activists from around the world met in New York for a Quorum Global LGBT Voices event. They shared their struggles, their triumphs. Western culture has taught us that it is getting better for members of the LGBT community, lesbian, gay, bi, and tranny. Tranny snuck into that group. Whatever. Yeah. Doesn't apply, so whatever. 4 billion people will wake up in countries where there are no formal laws protecting those who are gay, lesbian, bi, or transgender. Another 3 million people live in countries where there is no hint of legal or social equality, where being gay is a crime. The Quorum took place in the same week as ISIS boasted of throwing a gay man off a roof and then stoning him to death, and public shaming of 33 Egyptian men arrested in a raid on a bathhouse. Jeez. 33 dudes nude in a bathhouse, shamed. Ooh.
Imagine happening upon that.
As if they didn't know. People didn't know what was going on in there. All these guys just walk into the
as they're raided, you're just hearing over and over, watch your step, watch your step, watch your step, watch your step. Imagine that floor. It'd be like E's basement.
It'd be worse, okay? Come on.
I don't know. 33 guys in a bathhouse at once. You for 20 years beating off in your basement. I bet that's comparable. Watch your step. Watch your step. Watch your step. Watch your step. Don't slip. Don't slip. Watch your step. Don't slip. In America, 35 states currently recognize same-sex marriage, and nearly 8 in 10 young adults support the right. In Jamaica, Maurice Tomlinson was forced to flee his country after his marriage to his Canadian husband made front-page news. I was no longer a rich queen. I was like the people I was writing about, a scary queen. Jamaicans couldn't deal with me, and I had to leave. Currently, Jamaican law criminalizes any same-sex intimacy. Even holding hands in the privacy of your own bedroom could render you a sex offender, and up to $1 million in fines. The charge stems from the anti-sodomy laws imposed by the British in 1874. It's a culture marinated in homophobia, where there's a record number of anti-gay songs expressing the murder of gays, rapes of lesbians, and mutilation of trans people. Mutilation of trans people, isn't that
ultimately their end game?
I mean, how do you make it? They've already, okay. They're playing on buses, dance halls, on the streets. There's the story of Dwayne, a 16-year-old trans youth who was kicked out of her home at 14 and forced to live on the street, a scenario too often seen in the Caribbean while attending a public street festival, dressed as she identified as a female. Onlookers took notice. This is brutal. Stabbed, shot, and ran over Dwayne with a car, threw her body into the bushes, and went back to dance. Her last words were, "I'm a girl, I'm a girl." Her father buried her as a boy. That's brutal. Homosexuality is illegal in 38 countries in Africa. Others using film as a medium to spread the experience of the global LGBT include Parvez Sharma, a jihad for love, who documents homosexuality within the Islamic faith. Boy, oh boy.
Oof.
That's
a tough row to hoe.
Yeah, it is. That's not the cause I would take up, I don't think. From Malaysia, you've got Nisha Ayub, a transgender activist who was born male but identifies as female. Led by Ayub and 2 other transgender women that overturned an Islamic anti-cross-dressing law that had previously put her in jail. While in a male prison, she was publicly ridiculed because she didn't fit the standard of what a man or woman should be. She was sexually and verbally abused, leading her to the brink of suicide. She began her quest for equal rights shortly after her 3-month sentence. You can cut my hair, you can bald me, you can strip me naked and take away my dignity, you can even kill me, but you cannot take away my identity as a transgender person. I will breathe, I will die as a transgendered person no matter what. Then you've got another activist, co-founder, was planning a women's rights rally in India when participants voiced they did not want a trans or lesbian women to be allowed to participate. They were not good women, this woman was told. It was then she knew something had to be done. If trans women are saying that they are women, then the women's right movement will have to accept them and say they are women. They have rights as women, and those rights will be honored. Well, that's where it gets tricky to me.
The whole bathroom thing?
Well, no. When it's like, I know this sounds bad,
you
but
looked at Timko's picture like that.
Are you in the right bathroom? No, the idea that you can just throw on a wig and some makeup, tuck your dick between your legs, and go, I identify as a woman, thank you very much. I will be joining this women's rights group.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, she identifies as a woman. Welcome aboard.
Who are we to say? I mean,
it just seems like we're getting so close to being able, with a straight face, going, I love this horse. I'm going to marry this horse. This horse loves me. Who are you to say who I can and can't love?
I know, man.
This fish loves blowing me, and I love this fish. Like, we are seriously getting dangerously close. It's funny to me, though, to think, like, we're in a weird time in this country right now, in America, where there are so many rights and so many advances for these communities. But when you get outside of the safety net and borders of America, and it's not perfect here, you might take a punch in the face. There are some battles to be fought, but for the most part,
pretty damn progressive.
It's pretty damn progressive. Anywhere else in the world, dude, they just don't play by your rules, and they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Think back 40 years ago in this country, 20 years ago in this country. Like being gay got your ass beat hands down without question. It just did. People didn't look fondly about that. People hid that as long as they could. Nowadays, it's celebrated in high schools. Kids come out in junior high, and it's celebrated. But you're going to tell me you're going to take that fight globally now?
Right.
Really?
Wonder if we've had a big influx of immigrants.
Probably.
You know?
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, of course. Why wouldn't there
Fleeing
be?
persecution?
Think about all the movements that took place when they legalized gay marriage in certain areas. Who was the first state to legalize gay marriage? And all those people flocked there.
Colorado.
Was it California or Colorado?
I always
or
thought California, but
no, there's a very specific city I thought that did it first.
Vermont, maybe.
Or Oregon, Vermont.
well, Vermont is for lovers.
Is that their motto-y?
Is that Vermont?
I don't know, dude.
Or is that Virginia? Virginia's for lovers. My bad. That's not Vermont.
Is it Virginia?
Virginia.
Virginia's a lot of. I think Vermont's the first state.
Might have been, but there were a lot of people that moved there
Yeah,
and
you're right.
and went and got married, and I don't know. It just seems like slow down, everybody. Wait till everybody gets on board fully, and then you can. I don't know. Whatever. To each their own, I suppose. But do we have any good email, Jay?
We have a few, Mike.
We do.
A few email. And before we get to that, Timco's got this sword here.
It's
Did you
a
wanna-
full-on sword too. This is no bullshit. I could literally kill E right now with
Yeah.
this.
Would you like to smite E?
Or you could knight me.
He
I
could knight you.
I'll knight you.
Yeah, trust us, E. We're gonna knight you.
You don't have to be on a knee or something.
Webster just knighted E.
I will now.
Now I will
henceforth
kill
today-
Jay.
Henceforth, I will now be Sir Eric.
God.
Sir Erickson, actually, would be even better.
Anthony writes in.
Sir E, the the Duke of Dick.
Oh, you.
What happened? What happened?
Nothing.
Anthony writes in with some very pointed comments. Hey guys, I'm with the other listener. I do the same thing when Mike starts singing. I fast forward till it's over.
Oh, God.
So I vote
I'm
hashtag
done.
knock that shit off.
I'm done. That's it.
And
That's all we needed.
speaking of annoying, can you limit that shitbag Eric's time on the air? Is he a host or producer or what? Why is he at the table every day and speaking? Like I've said before, he does add something to the show at times, but not enough to be mic'd up. When he tries to talk over Mike and Jay, which is always, and when he repeats every fucking thing you guys say while laughing, which is always, and just the little fag laughing at nothing while you guys are talking is getting old.
Yeah, I agree.
Please.
I agree with him.
Just think about having the dickhead on Mike once in a while.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm not alone on this, and fuck you, Walters. I can hear it now. I love you on air.
No, I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Well, dude, you
Feeling
walked
with
out
you.
of a football game because you didn't want to listen to him. How do you think some of your fans willing to pay money feel? He annoys us too. I think we may count more in the end than Big
Yeah,
E.
I'm sorry.
Big E, what do you have to say about that?
That's a shot to the wheelhouse. That hurts, doesn't it? It should.
Nah.
It does. Yeah.
Joe
brutal.
writes in with
Same
a
thing.
different point of view. Walters, don't stop singing. It's hilarious.
No, it's over. I got two
No,
votes.
it's hilarious. Joe says. I'll give you.
I'm
give you-
ridiculed.
No, I'll
I'm
give
the
you
butt
another
of
vote.
jokes, Jay. I'm the butt of jokes.
Stacy writes in. I love Mike singing. Keep it up. Go Lions, Stacy.
She's more worried about the Lions than my singing.
It's officially 2-2, Mike. There's
That's-
actually several people have said things about your singing, but
Oh God, are they
Well-
killing me? Oh no! Don't turn around, Jay. Don't turn around. You're not gonna be happy.
what is she eating? The fuck is she?
God damn it, Izzy!
How old is this dog?
She's 35.
All right. Krista writes in. Hey Jay, can you please do me a favor? Can you give Eric a spelling test with these simple words? Saw and draw. Go E.
Saw, like, what kind, though? Is there a different kind of saw, or no?
Like, what kind does it matter?
S-A-W? I don't know.
Whoa.
Nice.
Draw, D-R-A-W.
Wait, hold on. Is there a secondary spelling of
I thought
saw?
there is. I guess I'm not. Maybe I'm
The
wrong.
way he says, I saw something last night.
Draw. What's draw?
D-R-A-W?
Very good. If he puts an L on the end, please berate him for being an idiot, says Krista. If he spells them correctly, please berate him for pronouncing them Saul and draw.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Consider yourself berated, E.
Oh.
It's like fingernails on a chalkboard for me. I can't keep quiet anymore. I think it's
Saw
far more important
and draw.
for you guys to teach him how to pronounce these two words correctly than
Yeah,
it is
you-
for him to learn how to roll his R's. Go, E. Roll it.
No,
Roll
I'm
it.
not doing it.
Get ready. Here it comes. Go, E.
I'm not doing it.
Come on, Jose
No.
Rojas.
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 Rodriguez.
Rojas. Come on,
I'm
E.
not ruining
Dude, you got it so close last time. It was right there. Jose Rojas.
Jose
this.
Rodriguez.
No, I'm not
Come
doing
on,
it.
dude.
No.
Yes, you are.
No, I can't.
Jose Rojas.
No, I'm not gonna find. No, I fucking suck at it. I have no.
You do
fucking-
not. Dude, you got so close last time. You almost had
No,
it.
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
You're not gonna sing. I'm not gonna roll my R.
Rojas. I'll sing. Jose and Josbe Rojas. Rojas. Come on.
God.
Come on. We're not moving on until you do. Put my foot down, E. Jose and Josbe
I
Rojas.
fucking hate this.
I know. Dude, you were so close last time. I'm going to train you how to do it.
Fucking pernicious asshole.
It's so
It was
weird
not.
how he looks at me when he does
I know he
this.
does.
It's so
Because
strange.
I don't want to do it.
Jose and Josbe, that's me, amigo. Rojas.
You got it.
I can't.
Just do
Try
it.
it. Try it.
Jose. I can't. For no.
You
Fuck,
got
I
it.
can't do
Dude,
it.
it was almost there. Just try it.
I don't.
Stop
know
looking
how
at
to
Jay.
Fucking roll my
Try
eyes.
It's so
it.
weird how he looks at me. I'm creeped
I know.
out, dude. I'm
It-
creeped out.
Jose Rojas.
Roll. No.
See, you finally got it. You finally got it.
Perfect.
Dude, that was good. Jay, that was good, right?
Unbelievable.
I don't want any more fucking Mexican stories.
Krista continues. Thanks for your time, and tell Mike to keep singing. It makes me happy, especially his song choices. Keep up the good work and have a Merry Christmas. Krista.
What saw and
Merry
draw? What do I?
Christmas, Krista.
I'm confused.
Saul.
What do I do?
Saul.
How do I say
Saul.
it?
You say Saul.
I saw something.
Draw.
Yeah.
Draw.
You say.
And while we're at
you
it,
say
picture-
literally weird too.
I'm not saying picture. I won't be able to say it right.
You say literally weird
Literally.
too. You say literally.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. The saw. I don't know. Saw and draw. I don't. Obviously, I don't mean to put L's on the end of them. I know they're not.
How do you say pillow?
I do not say pillow.
You don't say milk and pillow.
No, I don't say
Okay.
milk and pillow.
I say milk.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Homo milk.
Homo milk.
I hate when people say Washington.
Oh, me too.
Dad, what does homo milk mean?
Well,
Well, it's when a man loves another man.
I will work on the
He'll
saw
insert
and
his
draw,
penis
I
into the
guess.
buttocks of another man, and then when he's about to, he'll know when the time is coming. He'll pull out and he'll secrete what we call homo milk onto the back of the other man. That's known as homo milk, Jay. Oh,
I'll work on the saw and draw, I guess. I don't
work
know.
on your R's because you're getting really close with those. Jose and Josbe Rojas, mi amigo. Where is Josbe going to live?
Hey,
don't
E, I'll
know.
save you with a read. How about that?
Thank
December
God.
is the best month of the year to buy or lease your new Zott Ford. Plus, this time of year, we need your trade, so we are paying top dollar for your trade. Hurry in before all the holiday cash is gone. Zott Ford.
Very nice. Lastly, Pakistan is set to execute 500 jailed militants in the wake of that school massacre.
Oh,
I'm starting to dig what's going on in Pakistan. I got to be honest with you. I'm thinking about moving the show there.
wait a second. They didn't catch the guys who committed the massacre. These are
No.
just guys they were holding, and they're like, God damn it, we hate these guys.
Yes. They plan to execute around 500 militants in coming weeks after the government lifted a moratorium on the death penalty in terror cases following that massacre. 6 militants have been hanged since Friday amid rising public anger over Tuesday's slaughter, which left 149 people dead. 133 of those were kids. After the deadliest terror attack in Pakistani history, the Prime Minister ended the 6-year moratorium on the death penalty, reinstating it for terrorism-related offenses. Interior Minister has finalized the cases of 500 convicts.
Look at how that works without all the appeals and shit
All
that
the
our,
shit.
our guys have to jump through.
Yep,
All
in a
those
week.
those pesky constitutional
I know.
rights we have.
How nice would it be, though, in extreme cases where you could just go, no, I know what's going on here. He's going to hang in the public square
Extreme
tomorrow.
cases.
Yeah.
Of course, it begs the question, Mike, what's an extreme case?
Well, these.
Yeah.
Like, I can spot an extreme case a mile away. I can spot that guy that's guilty of that.
Mhm.
For just ask me, I'll tell you. Yeah, that's your guy. He did it. Hang him up.
Yeah.
Right? I could see that. So I like the way they're doing this. They're not spending millions on years of appeals. They're not spending millions and millions of dollars housing these pieces of shit.
Fighting
It's
over
like,
cruel and unusual definitions.
yes, it's just like, no.
It's tiring,
Boom!
doesn't it?
Execute. Boom! Execute. Akbar! Boom! Oh, I'm sorry. You're up next. Allahu Akbar! Bye-bye. Step up, sir. You're up next. You, sir, come aboard.
Why are you using so many different types of weapons? Why not
Because
just
it's
use
fun. Sir, over here. Now. Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Ooh, I'm sorry. Sir, you, come on down. You're the next contestant. Allah! Allah! Come aboard, sir. You're up next. Allah! Ooh, I'm sorry. I got a mess to clean up here.
Yeah, it's quite
Strangely therapeutic.
It kind of is.
Wouldn't that be nice? Anyway. Is that it? Is that all for the email? You got one more nationwide to do?
Yeah, I'll hold the rest till tomorrow.
Okay. Who wouldn't love a new iPad or MacBook Air to download the latest episode of the Detroitcast? Well, Nationwide Surplus can set you up. They sell everything computer-related, from laptops, servers, PCs, to the latest Apple equipment. Check them out at nationwidesurplus.com. They've got amazing deals on computers, accessories, and components. There's free shipping on hundreds of items. Shop now. Use the promo code PINKHAT. You'll get an additional 10% off your purchase. So check them out at nationwidesurplus.com.
You know, I had one more thing. I had a text request for one more try, E. Roll the R's.
No.
Come on, E. Bam.
Come on, E.
Let's
No.
go.
Come
Let's
on.
go. It's a Christmas wish by a listener.
This
All
better
she
be like a
she
fucking-
wants is for you to roll an R. Come
this
on, man.
better be a fucking like Make-A-Wish bullshit.
It-
You better be dying.
Might as
Yeah.
well be.
Yeah.
for us.
How big of a listener could it be? She has your personal
It's a
phone
chick,
number.
dude.
Yeah, she has
It's a
Jay's
chick.
personal
She's probably
phone
hot,
number.
too. Come on.
Him-
Jose Rojas.
Jose.
No, that was good. You almost got that one. That was. Give it one more try. Come on, you got
No,
it.
It's so creepy how he looks at me, dude.
I want to fucking shoot myself. Dude.
Go ahead. You
You
can do
got
that too. That's your choices. Shoot yourself.
Here we go. Drum roll, everybody. Drum roll. He's gonna roll his R's. Drum roll. Come on, E. Come on, E. Go.
And coming to the
Go,
stage
E.
now to roll his R's for the first time ever, Biggie. Jose, mi amigo, and Jose.
Jose Ramirez.
Perfect.
Yeah, boy, E, you finally got
Well
it.
done,
Dude. You
sir.
finally got it. Good job, E. You went rogue too, and you went with Ramirez, which is harder than Rojas.
Well done.
Mi amigo. Good job, E. Hey, tomorrow we'll play for our last show before Christmas. We'll play a couple Christmas tunes,
Oh,
lovely ones for the
yeah.
family. You want to play them for the kids, so I plan to play a few of them, and we forgot. We only played the one, so you want to make sure your kids are tuned in tomorrow, and we'll get those on for them. And with that, why don't we call it a day for a Tuesday, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Our holiday shirt, our Christmas shirt, is still on sale if you guys are interested in that. I finally saw them in person. They look great. So if people are looking for last-minute gifts, that's still available, so go pick one up. With that, we'll see you guys tomorrow for an all-new Wednesday edition of the Detroitcast.
You've been listening to the Detroitcast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.
Look at what you grow.